Good morning, my loves. It is currently 6:55 in the morning or whatever, and I gotta go back to work. So, I wanted to come bring y'all the rest of the story I was telling y'all yesterday about the rental car place or whatever. So I left off telling y'all that I knew I should have went with my gut because they were gonna try and find something extra wrong with the vehicle so that they could hit my insurance for it or whatever. And so that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Like I said, from the phone call to the rental car place to the phone call with the claims people, my story never changed up. Y'all not finna get to tell me that there's a dent on the vehicle when I know I went and looked at it myself before I sent it off. So I asked the lady at the rental car place who's talking to me on the phone, I'm like, hey, send me some pictures so I can see exactly what y'all talking about. I said, because to my knowledge, there was nothing else wrong with that vehicle. If it's not the tire, I don't know what y'all talking about. So she was like, because they know me, I'm a loyal customer, I'm a member and everything. She was just like, no, I believe you or whatever. She was like, I'm just telling you what they said or whatever. I'm like, well, baby girl, I ain't got no issues with you. All I'm asking is y'all send me some pictures of what it is that y'all seeing, because ain't no way I done walked around this van and I didn't see anything, and now all of a sudden you calling me and telling me that there's something wrong with the van. I'm in my mind, I'm like, y'all talking to the wrong person. Y'all need to be talking to the tow company. Why y'all calling me? Because I made sure that there was nothing. And then, you know, like I said, I don't have any pictures to prove that the car was in the condition that I'm saying that it should have been in to back myself up. All I got is my word, y'all. So I'm like, listen, y'all not finna pin this on me. I promise you, y'all not finna do this. So I told her what I had to tell her or whatever, and I'm just like, yeah, I need some proof. Send me some pictures. She's like, okay, I'm gonna send them over to you or whatever. I never got any pictures. So here it is, probably weeks later, I get a call from a number I don't know. I don't answer it, so I let it go to voicemail. So when I get the voicemail, it's the rental car claims company calling me, telling me a total. And so I called the number back, and I'm like, listen, sir. Once they got on the phone, I said, listen, I'm gonna go on and tell you right now, I'm not paying for nothing. I don't even see, I ain't seen no pictures of what happened or nothing. I said, y'all just calling me, telling me that there's damage to this vehicle that I'm unaware of, that was not there when I handed over the keys to this tow company. So I'm like, I'm feeling like y'all are trying to just find anything or get the vehicle fixed. Y'all found something, or they either the tow company did something, but y'all trying to get it fixed and taken care of under my insurance. We ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. So the guy hung up with me or whatever, and he called my insurance company, and so my insurance company ended up calling me. Now all of this ain't taking place in the same day. This is taking place like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's a 2-week process or whatever. So after talking with him and telling him I need to see pictures and all that good stuff, he sent over pictures and stuff to my email. But at this time that I'm talking to my insurance company, which is like the next day, I still don't have those pictures. So I don't have proof. And at this point, I'm feeling like y'all just making up something, because y'all ain't sent me no pictures yet. And I'm not going for it. Like, I'm dead serious. I'm not paying for nothing. If I'm paying for anything, it's gonna be for the tire. You ain't finna get me for nothing else. I was already willing to go and buy a new tire to put on this vehicle because I'm willing to take accountability for what I did. But anything else, no. But y'all, that's where the change is coming in at, because years ago I would have laid down and took this, and it wasn't even mine to take, but I would have laid down and took this because, oh, I ain't never been in a situation like this before, and so I don't know, I don't want them to hit my insurance, you know what I'm saying? I would have been at panic or whatever. But this time I'm like, I know for sure with everything in me that there was nothing wrong with that vehicle. I checked. So what happened between getting the vehicle from me to the tow people to their shop, I don't know what happened to the vehicle, but there was definitely a dent in the vehicle that was not there when I checked the vehicle. Okay, so I'm on the phone with my insurance company, and they're like, okay, so do you want to pay this out of your pocket, or do you want to take it out of your insurance? I said, hold your horses. This is just how I'm talking to the lady on the phone. I'm like, hold your horses, ma'am, because we ain't finna pay for nothing. We ain't about to pay for nothing, because we didn't create that damage that's on that vehicle. The only thing, if they want some money for something, will be for the tire, but we're not paying for nothing. I say, and they ain't showed me no pictures, anything. They just calling me and telling me that, oh, there was a dent in the vehicle, and then at this point they just want to know how you gonna make the payment. I ain't making no payment, so that's that. So she was like, okay, then she was like, well, I'm gonna call you back. So she gets off the phone with me, she talks to the claim people, and the guy over there tells her that it can be disputed if I feel like it's not, I didn't do the damages or whatever. She was like, you can dispute. So she called me back, and she was just like, okay, so I got some information for you. I talked to the claims people. They said, if you sure you didn't do this, you can dispute it. I'm gonna give you this number and the extension number if you want it, and you can talk to them, and I'll go ahead and close this situation out over here. I said, yes, ma'am, you can go ahead and close that down, lock it, seal it up, tie it up with a bow, whatever you want to do with it. I said, but like I said, we ain't finna pay nothing, because we did not create the damage. So she gave me the number to the dispute people or whatever. I called them. We get to talking. So the guy was like, okay, I'm gonna tell you what we're doing here. You're just gonna tell me what happened while the vehicle was in your possession, and I'm gonna write down everything word for word, so that way we could dispute this or whatever, or get it disputed or whatever. And I was like, no problem, that's fine. I said, listen, this what happened. I got a flat tire. That was it. I didn't hit anything. I did ride through some construction or whatever, so I could have got a nail in the tire or anything like that. They didn't even call me and say whether it was a nail or if the tire just blew out or whatever. They ain't say nothing. We ain't even concerned about the tire at this point. We trying to get a dent fixed on the vehicle that was not there, that was not made by me. That's their only focus now. We ain't even talking about the tire. So at this point, the guy on the phone, he's just like, so, you know, he's still talking about a payment all at the same time, because after we talked about everything, he said, asking me, well, how do you want to pay for it? I said, I'm not paying for it. So I tell him everything that happens or whatever, and so I was like, listen, what's the procedure to take this to court? Because I'm telling you, I'm not paying for anything. I did not create the damage. Y'all coming after the wrong person. I said, I just feel like y'all trying to hit me because it's on my insurance. I said, sir, we go to court, because I'm not paying nothing. I promise you, I'm not paying for anything. I said, I would have told them any other damages that I seen on the vehicle that was caused by me. I said, I called them and told them about the tire. Why wouldn't I tell them about anything else that